Beautiful. So today we're going to be looking at recruiting co-founders or call them partners as the case may be. But like I said earlier, for today's session, I'm going to be using the word co-founders and partners interchangeably, I beg your pardon. But then I would try as much as possible to quickly let you understand in practical term on paper when you call a person a co-founder and when you say this person is a partner. Right. What does it really mean? And who are the kind of partners? What kind of people would you eventually have as partners in your business? And I was saying to you that there is a kind of business you want to build. You realize that you don't have it all. In fact, humans were made to be interdependent. You were not made to be. There's a sense in which, yes, it's okay for you to be self-sufficient, but there's also a sense in which you were not made to be self-sufficient. You were made to relate. You were made to be, to be a relational being, right? That's why people will say a tree does not make a forest. Are we together? So when you're bringing in partners for your business, who and what do you know, or what should you be looking out for that you can now conveniently, Sareme, you will sit down, you will off your video. Because this you're strolling around, breeze in and breeze out. Right? It's good. So, what do you have to know? What are you looking out for before you bring in a co-partner? Now, this will now help you see that the subject of clarity, understanding yourself, it's a very big deal, even as you're beginning to bring in people for business. So let's begin by asking us, who is a partner? Yes, who is a partner? Yes.
Okay. Can I say something more?
Go ahead, please.
Okay. A partner is someone that invests his own money in a business.
Okay, someone who invests his own money
In
in
a
a,
business
all right. So
for
what
the
if
startup.
for the startup? Great. Good. Thank you very much, Joseph. Yes, who else?
Okay, let me say something. Good morning, ma.
Good morning, success.
A partner, I will define it in two ways.
Mm,
Or is someone that you can have a partner that believes in your dream or in your business. Let me put it like that. Somebody that believes in your business and is ready to run alongside with your plan. On
mm.
another, is somebody that both of you have the same idea when it comes to business and both of you want to run on the same path.
Thank you. I like that word. You want to run on the same path. The Bible says, can two walk together except they what?
They agree.
Except they be
Yeah,
agree.
right. So by the time we look at what you said and what Joseph have said, one thin line runs through. It is that the person is involved in your business. No be so.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Beautiful. So it is now safe to realize, or we may just be a bit safe to say that a partner, right? You could now say, let me just like I would always do, I would take what you guys have said and just expand on it a bit, right? A partnership, a partnership, a partnership, or let's begin with a partner. So you can say a partner is that person, like you have said, who believes in your business, is willing to put in their resources. I am very careful not to always use money when I'm talking to business people because there are more things that can come into your business. There are other ways that people can partner in your business without necessarily putting in money. Joseph, do you get it now?
Yes.
Yes. There are other ways people can invest in your business without necessarily putting in their money. right? So a partner is that person who believes in your business, right? And is willing, yes, who has the same vision. They may not necessarily have the same vision, but it is that vision of your business, they buy into it. Do you understand? They can have their own vision for whatever they want to do for life, but that's your own vision for your business, that goal. They buy into it, they believe in it. So they are willing to throw their weight behind it to see it come to fruition. Do we get it? So when you're looking for a partner, so you will now say a partnership, right? It's a situation, or it's a time where more than one persons come together, willing to bring in their resources, their expertise, their skills, their competence, their finance, to see that, the vision, the goal of that business is achieved. But then again, they learn together, they grow together, they handle challenges together. Do we follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Does anybody have a question? Can I continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So at the end of the day, they are willing to bring in their resources. They are willing to put everything together because there is a mutual interest between both of you, or between that group. So at the end of the day, you then now can now say, okay, they are now an association because together they all believe in the same thing. Right? But then this can be formal or informal. It is formal when it is documented. It is informal when you just have the conversation by mouth. There's no documentation. Now, having understood or realized who, or understood what, it's partnership and all of that. The question now is, who then is your own ideal partner? So it's one thing to understand what partnership is about, but who is an ideal partner for your business? Who wants to tell me? From what I've said, I've told you about partner or partnership. So for you who is going into business, who wants to get somebody else to join in your business, who will be your ideal partner that you should bring into the business? Let's talk.
Let's say so.
Okay.
Can I say something?
Sorry?
Hello?
Yes, Joseph, go
Hello?
ahead.
Okay. From my own perspective, I believe your competitor can be your partner.
No, I'm not asking you for types or where you will get partners.
Okay.
I'm saying I
Okay.
haven't understood who a partner is and what
Yeah.
partnership is. Right? Simply put, everybody cannot be your partner now. Abi?
Yes, yes.
So who
Yes.
is your ideal partner, or what will you be looking out for to say, okay, this person is the right partner I need for my business? That's what I'm saying.
Okay, can I answer?
Please go ahead.
Somebody that has the same drive, Like, let me use myself as an example. In our photography business, my sister started it. Was the one that started it. Then I now came into the business as a partner because we had the same goal of where we want to take this photography thing to the next level. So somebody that I think alike with you per business, somebody that you both are thinking alike per business. You have the same drive, motive, the same thing you want to achieve. I think that's the kind of person you pick for your partner.
Good. Because it is one thing to have the money, to have the skill, to have the expertise, right? But the person is not willing to put it in your own business. So that person cannot be your ideal partner. Do you understand? So everybody has skills, people have resources, but for you, your ideal partner will now be that person who is willing to bring in the right resources, the right skill, the right expertise into your business, into you, willing to put all of those investment in you to see that the business. I will stay within business now because when we're talking about business, the person is putting it in because they have a mutual interest, and which is that they are going to make profit from it. But they are willing to bring in the right resources, the right skill, the right expertise. Now, this may sound really simple as I'm saying it, right? But it is not easy to find an ideal partner for a business. What must you know before you can check for, okay, Stephanie, your hand is up.
Yes, ma'am. I want to ask, if I say somebody who is, number one, willing for both of us to have profit, because there could be a partner who says, oh, okay, I'm going to fund your business, but the person would be, like cheat you out of that business if you're not careful. Or saying somebody who has the same value, could that be like another way to say the person?
So sometimes questions like this, I'm careful not to give you a one-line answer, right? So put this question in the parking lot. At the end of the session, I'll come back to you to ask you what you have learned or what you now think about this question that you asked. Is that okay? Stephanie?
Yes, it's fine.
Beautiful. So just don't forget, put it somewhere. We'll call it a parking lot. You can have it put somewhere in your head or write it down and just ensure that we come back to it. I think somebody else's hand is up. Who's that?
Yes. I wanted to say something, ma.
Go ahead.
Okay, ma. Uh, thank you for that word where you said that to get a partner is not really easy because I've this real estate. There's a guy I know very very well. I know him very very well. Even he started in my presence, so he was very very fortunate. Was very very lucky when he started. He's one of his boss. I will just say, okay, let me say the person is the owner of the church that he attends. So the person bought into his vision and helped him with money. So today is a big name in Benin. I don't want to mention his name. Today is a big name in the real estate industry because of that partnership that he got from um, from the man. So I don't really know how he did it, whether it was just favor or something. But because this guy is somebody I knew, he even started his shop in my presence. So the partner was just so wonderful that he transformed him. He owns many places in Benin and many properties in both Benin, Lagos, and Abuja. You understand? So I don't know if we can see such a partner that will buy into our vision to help us scale.
So can we just listen and let's get to the end of the class, and then if you have questions or whatever, comments, we can now begin to comment. Is that okay? Does that work for us?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. All right, Messi, I see your hand up, but whatever you want to, your question, put it in the chat room, or hold on until we're done with the session. Now, having understood what partnership is about and all of that, the question now is, I've told you about who your ideal partner is, the person who is willing to bring in the right resources, right, into your business and all of that. That person becomes your ideal partner. And I was saying that it is not so easy to come across that person or to find that person. Why am I saying it is not easy? It is because for you to be able to ascertain who the right person is for your partner, as a partner, you must have already owned the business. When I say own the business, you have thought about it end to end. You understand the entire process, right? You've thought it out, and then you now know. That's one. Don't tell me I have a meeting at the office now. No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't. I thought I cancelled. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. So, why many persons are not able to know who they're supposed to have as a partner, or let's begin from this. I was trying to say to you that in trying to understand who an ideal partner is, or who an ideal partner should be, you must understand yourself. You must know yourself. You must know the vision. You must know the goal. And this is where the case of even your core values that you talked about yesterday came in, or now comes in. Do we understand? So if you don't know yourself, and this thing about partnership, we're going to even expand it a bit. It is not just about your business. Even real life partner. Even when it comes to picking a life partner. My colleagues, these guys are just disturbing right now. I need to mute them. Okay, so even when it comes to your life partner or partner in anything, even in friendship or whatsoever, you have to know yourself to be able to know who is the right fit for you. Somebody says my voice is breaking. Is that same for everybody?
No, ma'am.
So yes, fix your network.
No,
Do we get it? But in business, you need to know, because when you begin your business, there are certain things that are key. We've told you that. I don't know if my colleague mentions to you. For instance, you cannot have a business and you've not made sales. The business have not started. That's one. Number two, you cannot not know how to market. You cannot not know how to manage resources, even the human resources. You cannot not know how to delegate. Question, who are you? If you don't know who you are, how do you choose who you're supposed to bring in? I've had a lot of people come and say, oh, me and my partner were crashing. I said we should do it like this. My partner said we should do it like this. Why are you people crashing? This is not even about somebody who does not have integrity now. Say the person is trying to cheat you or buy out of your business. That's not even it. I'm talking about characteristics, character, personality, traits, and all of that. Very key. So you need to understand yourself. Who are you? What am I good at? What am I not good at? You ought to have done your own SWOT analysis to now know who you're bringing in. So you must have ascertained the needs of the business, not the ones you can provide, and then now realize that you are looking for a partner who can give you what you cannot give the business. But sometimes, what do we see? People bring in people into their business because you like the person. You like his face. It's your boyfriend. It's your husband. It's your sister. You bring in people into business who have exactly what you have to give the business. Do we understand what I just said? Hello?
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Okay, tell
Yes,
me what.
ma'am.
Okay, what you said, I should go ahead.
Yes, please, success.
Okay, what you're saying is that before you pick a partner, you don't pick a partner because, oh, he's my best friend. We stay together.
We lost Stephanie.
Based on your vision, your drive, somebody that both of you are on the same page when it comes to the business that both of you want to partner on. That's one. A partner, you yourself, you will know yourself so that you can know the kind of person you can work with in content. Those are the two things I've picked from what you've said.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so who
To
else?
add to what she has said, besides knowing yourself or like, understand your own temperament or character to be able to pick a character that complements you, you also need to understand the needs of the business. And by the time you know what these needs are, you know the needs of that business that you can provide help or solution to, and then the ones you know you cannot provide, you can't meet, then you have to find somebody who has the requisite skills, to meet the needs of the business.
Thank you very much, Stephanie, and success. Now, Stephanie, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. My colleagues from across the globe, but this is catching them this morning on the group. I'm muted on the phone, oh, but I can get the thing on the laptop. So I'm seeing all their rubbish that. Okay, so what's wrong with Mr. Why is my program head goofy this morning? Okay. You took that word out, compliment. Your partner is not somebody who is supposed to be in competition with you. Your partner is a person who is bringing in the resources that complements you. Do you understand? Now, I'll divert a bit. Let me divert a bit, but you still understand. If, for instance, I am at the management level now, I am going by the temperament guide, right? I don't, whatever. Going by the temperament guide, I like to use the Tim Lyons temperament guide. You know, I am I'm very strong. In fact, almost domineering, right? I have a very strong personality. I'm almost a perfectionist. I'm a very strong leader. I must get results. If I want to pick somebody as my assistant, are you aware that I will most likely not pick a person who has the same traits that I have?
Yeah.
Your leadership game must be top, but I will most likely not pick a person who is as stern or firm as I am. I will now most likely look for somebody who is focused, goal driven, vision oriented, but maybe can play a bit. Do you understand? Why? So that even within the organization, the day I blow hot and my staff are feeling, I'm not saying you shouldn't control yourself if you know you have a score in your head. It's not people's, yeah. So the day maybe I fall out, I'm pissed off, and my assistant should be able to calm the atmosphere down. Do you understand? Do you get it? But that's not where I'm going to. I'm just trying to use that as an example. So in business, there are three main parts that you're looking at. So when you're for yourself, so away from the personality traits and all of that, but three major things that you want to look out for, that you want to understand and ask yourself, who are you and where are you? There are three traits in the business that you're looking out for. Number one, we have those we call the hackers. So somebody should go to the chat and help me put them down. We have people we refer to as the hackers. I'm waiting to see somebody put that down. Yes. Who is writing for me? See, people be fast though, because I want hackers. I'm not seeing it. Nobody has written it. It's not in the... Nicholas, have you been able to sort yourself out?
Yes, yes.
Good. Hackers. Then we have those we refer to as the hipsters. Hipsters. Hip and then stars. But this time E in place of A. No. E in place of A. Thank you, Ifoma. Success. Do your correction. Not stars in the sky. STERS. And then we have those we refer to as the hustlers. Yes, so hackers, hipsters, and hustlers. Now, these three traits, or these three, I may want to call them personality, you need them, especially for a business that you're just starting, even to grow the business, for you to be able to scale or sustain that business. Why? Because the business has to be innovative. Innovation is key for the business. Businesses that don't innovate, businesses that are not able to follow trends, may most likely fade out. Businesses that are not able to manage resources, especially human resources, may soon fade out as well. And lastly, businesses that are not able to market or sell will soon fade out. So these three personalities fall into those different places. Who are hackers? Who are the hackers? Hackers are very good administrators, managers, right? They're very good administrators, managers, organizers, and very good problem solvers. In the business, these are hackers. Do we get it? Can I continue?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Then you have the hustlers. Hustlers are those people we call master sellers. They can sell anything. In fact, they can sell you to yourself. You will pay them money. Are we together? They are the ones that can sell the vision to investors. They can sell the product to clients. Do we get it? They can, in fact, hey God, they can even sell the client solution to the client myself, and he will pay. These are hustlers. And then the hipsters. These are the creative genius. They are the ones who can design new solutions. They are the ones who can come up with new products. They are the ones who can create something new. Do you understand? These three sets of persons. Now, the question is, which of them are you? Who are you? Who are you? Mind you, sometimes you could see a trait of all three in one. So only you would see that you have a trait of all. But then, where are you strongest? That's who you are. Sarah message she's an hipster. You people respond. I'm waiting for your responses. Hackard. Hacker. What of hipsters? I said hipsters are the creative genius. They are the ones who can come up with new solutions. They are the ones who design new solutions, bring innovations, and all of that.
Sorry, ma. Sometimes one person can be two traits in one person. Is it?
I
It's
just
like
said
that.
you would look at yourself, and so I just said that you will even see that you have traits of all three. Is that not what I
Yes.
just said? Uh-huh. But then I said, which are you stronger at? It's even possible to be a combination of two, and you realize that you are strong at those two. But if we look carefully, you will still see the one of those two that you are stronger at. Success is a hacker and not a hustler at all. So a person like Stephanie now that is an administrator and a designer or an innovator. So imagine her wanting to bring in a partner, and she now say, okay, because the partner has the money, you now go and bring in a partner who is also a hacker. What do you think will happen in that partnership?
We will have products that we cannot sell.
You would clash because both of you are hackers. He's an administrator, you are an administrator. He thinks that no, every client, every what's it called now? Every staff must get query for everything they do wrong, which is right. But you, in your own kind of leadership, you are saying no. I need to know, why did they come late? Why did they do this thing wrong? What happens? There is a clash. You are both going towards the same vision. That's why it's not just enough to say the same vision. You are both going towards the same vision, which is what make this the company standard. No be so, but the how is different because of difference in personality. So what do you think will happen here now? This one will say give and query, the other one will say no. This one will say do this, the other one will say no. Very soon, the staff realize that madam say one thing, the other oga say no. This one talk one thing, the other one oppose it. Is it because you don't have the same vision? No. It's that you have just brought in somebody that is in competition with you. Not because they set out to, but because that's who they are. You're not going to bring in somebody and the person now becomes the only way a person who is a hacker can also get another hacker as a partner is maybe in that partnership, the person says, you know what, in this partnership, I'm just going to drop my resources. How much do you say you need again? 10 million. I'm giving you the 10 million. At the end of 1 year, what did you say my profit is again? He says that is, he's not involved in the day-to-day running. He's just an investor. So what would you call that person now? Even under partnership, there are different kinds of partner. He's a partner, but he's an investor who is not interested in your day-to-day running. You know, concern. He just invests, puts his money and walk away. A lot of you do it. I want to buy shares. I don't care how you people run the business. All I know is that I've bought shares and I've left it there. So it's important you understand. So by the time you realize that I've gotten response from Ade, from Mercy, from Joseph, from Success, from Stephanie, from Grace. Did everybody on the call hear when I said everybody respond and tell me who you are in the chat?
No, I didn't hear that, but I'm just seeing what people are dropping here.
Hustler and a bit of a hipster. Okay. Hacker only. Good. So this is what I mean when I say you need to understand yourself and know yourself for you to know who is the ideal partner to bring in. And this, you can also stretch it to other aspects, even in terms of personality. But, well, you may not even want to say, oh, I want to concern myself so much about personality, but it counts for something. Then by the time you are done with this, you now want to also ask yourself, in terms of our core values, what do we believe? What do we believe? I'm not asking for what you are not. I'm asking for what you are, not what you are not. Winnie. What do we believe? Sometimes you can be a very sincere person. You're so sincere and careless, and I am actually very careless and so sincere. So I wanted to get some plots, and somebody was giving out plots somewhere. It was a giveaway. I think they were doing just 600K for a plot. So I called my friend, and I'm like, this person, who is this? She says, is a friend of my friend. I said, can I buy from this person? And she said, no. Go to so and so person. And I went to the person, I told the person, I said, I'm going to pay you for so and so numbers of plots of land. I have no business coming to that place. The only time you are going to see me is when you are going to show me that, oh, this is your allocation. Apart from that, you know, get it. So if it's 10 years from now, I wake up and I'm looking for that thing, I'm coming to you. Agreed? He says yes. I'm saying, okay, fine. That is because I know me. What was at play there? Core value. Which of them? Integrity. Do you understand? I'm so carefree that if you tell me yes, I'm carefree, I'm firm, but I'm an extreme loyalist. So you need to understand yourself, know your values, know what you can stand for. You're going to have some partners who will not necessarily give you money. Joseph, that's what you were talking about. They may not give you money, but they have the connections. All they have to do is mention your name in the room. Sometimes all they have to do is throw their name behind you. So now my boy, that's all. Do you understand? So when you now understand yourself, you're looking for your core values as well. You have been able to tell, oh, I'm a hipster, I'm a hacker, or I'm this, I'm that. So what do I need? If I'm a hipster, what does it mean? I can produce, I can design, I can innovate. But is that what keeps the company? But by the time I finish innovating, creating the product, shebi the product go dey look my face. When did they look my face? Now so we want to get money. No. Then I'm looking for somebody who is an hacker. And in this case, these partners don't necessarily have to be people who have invested their resources in the business by way of finance. They can now be in terms of who you employ. Now you will realize that your staff are partners. Because when we talk about partnership, all you know is the people that brought in money, the people that brought this. You don't know that your staff are partners in the business. And that's why you treat them anyhow. After you finish treating them anyhow, you now tell them, serve my customers as king. No, now really. You are finished treating them as slave because you are paying them. Then you now tell them to serve your customer as king. Where are they supposed to get that kingly behavior from that they want to serve your customers with? From where? People can't give what they don't have. Even if they force fake smile because you are there, may you for no sack them. The day you are not there, you will know how far. That a customer will come, they will frown their face. You will greet them, they'll be looking at you. Okay, I bet waiting you won't buy. Do we understand? So even in your recruitment, you must understand, who are you? What am I looking for? Because every recruiting is bringing in a solution to the business, not for the fun of, hey, my friend get 10 staff, me too, I want 10 staff. No. For every recruiting you do, it is that you have noticed a lap or a lag in the business, and then you're bringing in a solution in the form of a person. Is Grace sleeping? Yeah, let's turn on. Is entering.
Yes.
So do you understand? Guys, are we together?
Yes, ma.
Are we learning? I hope I'm not speaking grammar above your head right now.
Yeah, we are together, man.
So it's key. It's important you know yourself, because you need to know yourself to know who you're bringing in. Now, this is where the case of your core values now come in as well. What if the person has everything you need, but your values do not align? What do you do? Yes, what do you do? Or what should you do? Stephanie, that's like your question earlier. So from what you've said so far, what should you do?
I think from what I've gotten so far, if I understand myself and the needs of people, and I find somebody who probably has requisite skills, but is not, to me, I don't feel like that person should be a partner in the first place.
So at the end of the day, that is your decision, not anybody's, because you are the one that know how come these values are your values. Are you willing to bend them? Because when we now say, oh, these are your core values, it means that when you are going to make a decision, they must have run through that core value. If I have a core value of freedom, if I'm making a decision, I'm going to ask, is this, let me even shock you. Let me just be a bit personal here with. So do we get it? Stephanie?
Yes, ma'am.
Beautiful. So that's what your core value does for you. When the decision is so tough, it runs through your core values. And your core values are itemized in the way that, so if you have 5 core, they usually are not so much, 5, 7. All this plenty grammar. If we're running through, the decision passes core value number 1. When I say this is my first core value, it means that that's primary. Some people will say, okay, no one is higher than any. It's fine. Some people say, okay, if at all I want to bend, I want to bend. I'm looking at, okay, I can bend number 5. But you see the first 3, never. It doesn't change. So when it comes to picking the criteria, this decision must pass the first 3. And maybe the 4th one, we can shift ground a bit. The 5th one, it's fine. Right? So by the time you realize this, you now realize that, okay, these are the things I'm looking out for in trying to get a co-founder or a partner. Now, when you say somebody is a co-founder, it means that both of you started this thing. You have put in, sometimes it could be the same amount of resources, or it could be that one person's investment is higher than the other, but it's a co-founder because they were there from the beginning, from the scratch. Do you understand? Yeah. So the next question is, where do we get partners? Where can we find partners? Who wants to try? 11:22. I need to leave this class in another 15, 20 minutes. Who wants to try?
Let me
But
try.
while you're thinking, hold on. While you're thinking about that, take note of these 3 things that when you're searching for your co-partner or founder, right? When you're bringing them in, haven't understood yourself and all of that. One thing that would save you from unnecessary drama in the future is that you, the founder, who is bringing them in, I've talked about understanding the gap. Then you must have a clear-cut knowledge of what you are expecting from them. What are you expecting from them? That means what's their role? What must they have done for you to say, okay, this partnership is being fruitful? Then for them, they must know what that expectation is, and then they must also know what their rewards is or are. So you're not dilly-dallying. Oh, I'm employing you to come in as a marketer. Every month we pay you 100,000. In this marketing role, you must have done XYZ. You must sell 50 products, at least 50 products every month. So the month that the person does not sell 50, what happens? You can begin to evaluate. So you see it again, that even in the management, you can see that your operations plan is coming to play. Because a person who is supposed to sell 50 every month, and then in 1 week, you don't sell only 2. What does that tell you? That you are not going to have to wait till month end. Though. The next day, you are calling a meeting. Look at your performance. What's happening? So the expectation, the task, the expectation, and the reward must be clearly spelled out to the partner that you're bringing in from the onset. Who is Osare Mekunle? Who's that? Like I need you.
Excuse me, ma. I'm sorry. Siri locked my phone. I'm using an iPhone. This is Sarime Omorege. Mommy,
Okay,
thank
mommy,
you.
that's all I just wanted to be sure of because I know say no be the name when I see since be that. Do you understand? So some questions is for you to be able to know who you're bringing. Some of the questions you want to quickly answer is what skills, competence, resources, skills, competence, and resources does the intended co-founder possess? Remember why you are answering this question, because what they possess must be complementing what you already have, not that they possess what you already have. Do it together. What task will they be assigned and what will be their reward? And what expectation does the founder have from or have of the co-founders that they are bringing in? This, if you are able to sit down with these three questions and answer them thoughtfully, you would most likely have minimized the errors of bringing in a wrong partner. So I was asking us, where can we find co-partners? Somebody was about to speak before I thought to quickly drop this before I forget. Yep. Can we find?
Yes, I would say, first of all, you can find good partners. First, you look at your network, and your network could be colleagues, former colleagues, or people in that industry that have done better than you, or you're looking to, be like. You can find partners. So it depends. I think also the way to find partner, it will depend on what you need. So if, for instance, you need partners, that have a particular kind of skill, you have to search for people like that. Maybe depending on what you're looking for, to direct you to where you should search for. So if you're looking for somebody who has skills, maybe in the academia, find people. Maybe you can have a contact in the university and then just keeps leading you to find the right person. So I would say you start with your network.
Okay, yeah. So who else wants to try? Thank you very much, Stephanie. Who else wants to try? So of course, by default, you would always realize that so by default, anytime you're looking for partners, you would always naturally go into your circle, right? But then this circle can be divided into two. We have those we call the warm markets and those that we call the cold markets. Warm markets are those people that you already know, that you already have a connection with somehow, your children, your siblings, your spouse, right? Your friends, your classmates, and all of those things. Naturally, you would always want to go to these people for partnership because they're the ones you know, they're the ones you would always want to go out to. Not be so. And then you have the cold market, people that you really don't know, maybe a friend of a friend. So you are looking for somebody and then somebody introduces you to this person, right? They are really not your warm market. They're not necessarily within you. They can be people in diaspora, can be supplier. Somebody says, oh, don't worry, I know a supplier. I will link you up to this person. Oh, I know so person. These are your code. These are your code. Evans, I see your question. I'm actually typing. I'm trying to respond to you. That's why I'm a bit slow I'm typing to respond to you. Do we understand? So, what are the advantages? Picking somebody I already know as a partner and somebody I really don't know as a partner. Which do you think is better? Guys, quickly, let's quickly do this. I need to run now. Yes, who's speaking?
Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Wow, cool. I'll be talking about the warm market, picking people you already know.
You're breaking. I can't hear you. Is it me? Am I the only one?
No, she's actually breaking.
Our line is breaking actually.
Oh, my network is actually fluctuating. That's why I can't even type. Can you hear me now?
It's better now. Go ahead.
Okay. So picking people you know, it actually makes it easy for you to relate with them. You can relate to them on a more familiar plane. But the disadvantage is the fact that familiarity can actually creep in based on the fact that emotions are involved, family ties are involved, friendships are involved. But when you are going for the cold market, everything is formal. There are terms and conditions, and everybody knows what they are to do, and they are more focused. But there are some aspects, like the core value aspects, you really cannot know them and their values except when they display it to you. People can pretend. So I think that is some of the benefits and disadvantages of cold and warm market.
Yes, well said. But let's debate a bit. Do people really pretend? So yes, that's some of the advantages of the one market because there's already a relationship. I mean, I want my husband, I want my spouse or my partner to sign a document for me. And I dey call her for office since they tell me say they busy. Shebi me and you go enter the same bed today. You will sign it there. So there are things that makes for the one market to be a lot easier for you. But at the same time, the way it's easier for you, that's the way it comes with trouble. Like you were saying, Ifoma. Your younger brother is the treasurer, the accountant of your business. He said finish, he carry the money, go buy one motor. He not tell you. Then you now find out. You now call your mother. Then when you're about to take legal action, no, I was saying put it in the chat here, not the group now. The group not ask you question and they may not even understand what that means. In your chat here, this is your Zoom chat. I responded to you personally. I replied your question. So I was saying copy it and paste it in the group chat here. So just in case other people missed it as well. Do you understand? And then when you not say I want to arrest time, your mama go come hold your trousers. You go kill me today, oh. You go you kill me today. How much you even take safe? Not be your brother. It's not your younger brother. Who else for collect your money? You send a stranger collect them. Part of the troubles of one market. But it can be dealt with by being formal, documented agreement. When you have agreements in place, when you document and then you create systems and structure, let me tell you what happens. When people default, you are not the one dealing with them. It is the structure that has been set in place that runs its course. Do you understand? Do we get it? Now, my younger brother,
Yes.
as time that as I did, so because what many of you do is that you don't take them through the due process. You just bring them in. But when your younger brother realizes that in this office, it's your office, so yes, but it's HRO that sanctions people. So before he came in, you people, in fact, it was HRO that I sat with. Even though now your brother, HRO did interview. Of course, maybe you must have told HRO, that's my brother, I want him in. So HRO does the interview. Not because HRO is going to say no, but HRO is able to condition him to realize that even though now your sister get this place, there are procedures. He takes the interview. In fact, HRO can as well even go as much as saying, Ma, he does not have the required competence. Then they tell him, you don't have the required competence, so we cannot pay you so and so. Anyways, we're going to employ you and watch you grow within the next 3 months. If you don't show signs, who is he dealing with? His sister or the structure?
The structure.
The structure. He signs every document that every other people sign. Even if it's your child you are bringing in. That's why people struggle to build business. They die, they bring in their children, they wreck it. Because the children were never involved from the beginning. But go and see other businesses that they bring in their children from the least level. Yes, I know that my child is the one that wants to take over this business. But the child joins from the lowest level and grows his way through the rank. So what am I teaching you? Responsibility. If I give my child query, who are you that you think I cannot query? Yes. So I'm the owner of the organization. Working structure states that you're supposed to be at work by latest 8:30. 8:30 as the owner, probably because I have some strategic meetings I need to meet up with. I probably have already told the manager that, oh, I'm not going to be at the office by so and so time. EA, fix up my appointment from 11 o'clock. Then my child decides that, mommy, now you have follow go work. No problem. And then the child follows me and we both get to the office by 11 o'clock. If my HRO does not query that child, I will query the HRO. Because the environment has changed. At home, yeah, I was your mother. And especially if the child does it with reckless abandon because I came with my mother. Even if I come with the child, my child, who is the staff, except I expressly tell HRO that, oh, pardon to son. Even if I tell the child that you will go out with me, maybe because now I want to begin to introduce you to certain circles, and then I say you go out with me, we'll come back by 11. Courtesy demands that I tell that child, go and inform HRO and take permission. If the child does not take permission, even though I say go out with me, and then we both come back late, and I find out somehow that he or she did not obtain the required permission from the human resource person, even though I've already said it. And I find out, then I go and check. You did not query that action. I will query the HR. I'm sounding too stern, but yes, this is the system that has to be in place, especially when you're pulling them from the one market. You yank yourself out of the way and allow the system and structure, the way the organization is run its course. Do we understand? Do we get it?
Yes, ma.
Because the danger again of going to the cold market is that you really don't know these persons. But of course, will you get a level of high professionalism? Yes. But can you also get that level of high professionality from friends and well-wishers? Of course, yes. And you need to know that the fact that this person is your friend, your spouse, your husband, there are some of your friends that you don't have a business bringing into your business. Sure, you know. They are your friends, but they have no business being in your business.
Yes, ma'am.
Because we're not going to cut corners for you. If you misbehave, you face the consequences. Do we get it? So the next question will now be, if we were doing a personal assessment class, we'll begin to ask you, how do you even choose your friends? Mr. Abel, mute your mic. That'll be like one of the next questions we'll begin to ask you. Who are your friends? How do you even choose them? Do we get it? So having understood the one market and the cold market, I already told you some of the advantages. Decision making is faster when you are dealing with the one market, right? We also expect that, I'm talking in general now, that, oh, because blood is involved, now your sibling, is your child, is your spouse, there's certain level of liberty that you could have access to. Do you understand? But at the same time, those same level of access, if you don't know how to put a system around it, could also be your downfall. I mean, some of them already know you. There are some things I do now. My mom will say, I beg. Last week was a burial ceremony. I had to be at the forefront. Look at me. Like, ma, really, burial. I would not know it did not show. You like, it does not have business to show. So I had to be at the forefront of the preparation because my mom cannot show up there. So I have to play the mother role for the child. My mom was talking to me about something and then I fled. Like, I beg. She just jejely dropped the call. Said, I'll call you later. I may not have been able to do that with somebody else without them taking it to mean something else. Do you understand? Blood. My mother knows that. Okay, I beg, just no worry, leave her. And guess what? She will say, oh, sorry. She left me. It was later I now called. Oh, mommy, sorry. At that time, they just did. They said, no worry. But if not another person, you know that you go explain, tire, Abi. So these are some of the privileges you could get by blood. I could wake up today now and carry phone and call my mother. Mommy, I beg, help me come house, go and do something. Some of the privileges that happened by bond, by blood. But if it's a business, like there's a business we're looking at now, and most likely the person that's supposed to stay there should be my mother. There are certain things that will be in place. She will not tell me that she used now my that's my grandmother now EA sister picking. On top which person business? No, madam, anything you take from that business, you will pay. You will pay and put. It's very simple. So if you are dealing with the warm market, put the structures in place. Even if you are dealing with the cold market, put the structures in place. Because really, if I call my friend who is a part of my business, and they pick because he's not supposed to be in the office and it is urgent, do you know, because of friendship, I can drive to wherever they are and say, where you dey? My friend, get up, sign this thing, make I come out. Advantages of the warm market. You understand? So there is really, at the end of the day, I'm not making a case to say this is better than this. I'm just saying that you need to be able to weigh your priorities, know exactly what you want, and then know where you're picking, who you're picking from. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Good. So have we learned something today?
Yes, ma'am.
Are we sure?
Yes, ma'am.
So what have we learned? What's the one thing you learned now that in your mind, I don't know before?
Yes. I was saying something in the group.
Who is talking? I have learned something new about. Okay.
I did a business recently with a friend, but I didn't put structure. So we had problems because the time where we were supposed to deliver, it did not deliver. And the matter was going to police and stuff. And we were asking, where's your talk for them? Where's the
Exactly.
I just
Where's the agreement? Yes, that's what they will always ask for. Where's the agreement? Where's the MOU? That's why I find it funny when I see people who are into business. You are chatting on WhatsApp and then you put your timer on. Are you okay? If I chat with you at a personal level, one of the things you will see me do is two things. If I check that your timer is on, if it's not, if I feel like God help you, I will off it from my end and engage you. Or I will not engage you at all. You're not serious. It's just the same way there are some things you want to have with people over the phone. You finish saying it over the phone. You will send a message. What are you trying to do? You are documenting. One of my coaches that I recommended for a workshop outside, I called him over the phone. He said yes, but I still say, in fact, the organization refused to take my yes for it. I had to call him and say, send me a message on WhatsApp saying I have read it and I'm available for the trip. As tiny as that thing, that's one line. That's it. So some of you will just, you'll be gisting, talk over. What? If you're not having conversation via phone, there's some conversations that you don't close over the phone call. No. When you finish with the phone call, you will summarize what was said and send it to the person. Then the person will respond. Two things. Is that they say, no, this was not what we said. Change this. Or, yes, exactly. This is what we said. Yes, this is our agreement. Finish. Very simple. There's no room for plenty grammar. So, ladies and gentlemen, who spoke just now? Success.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
I wanted to say something, ma, please.
Okay.
And please, ma, I don't know because I have some personal problems, some personal issues that very, very personal issues that is kind of affecting my business. So don't know if I can private chat you or have a personal uh, conversation with you
Of course, you
concerning
can
that.
have conversation with me, but like I said to you guys from the beginning, it is what I have to give to you at almost no cost is what I'm doing right now. If it's going outside the scope of this, then you are either
No,
paying for a consulting or for a coaching session. Because
no,
even if I
within,
listen, even if I had yeah, there's some of the previous sets that I still follow up till now. They send me messages, I go to their office space at no cost. But with your sets, never.
Why did you hate us so much?
Because I don't
Or
hate
why
you.
did you hate?
It's part of your training. It's my discretion to know that, okay, this person, yeah, I'm willing to go all the way with this person.
But you didn't find that in us.
It's part of the training for you. No, I didn't do you people. I didn't see that. I didn't see that attitude.
So sad we're not worthy.
So yeah, can you chat me up personally? Why not? Of course. But if it's anything beyond what I feel that, oh, it's not within the scope of this. If I want to be nice, I can refer you to documents. But if I have to work with you, then you pay for my time. But send them, let me see if they're within your coaching scope. Because your coaching kicks off on Saturday. Abi? Shebi?
We guess so.
Yeah. Joseph, okay, you will not answer again. Where is Joseph?
I'm here, man.
So why are you not responding again?
I don't really know what to say, man, because
Okay, so I'm going to
I'll DM you.
stop the recording now so that we can have something that go up. I don't want it to be too long. We can have other personal conversations outside.